They'll be in the deepest waters of their lives right now. They'll have never felt anything like this. They'll be feeding off the energy of the crowd. They'll be feeding off the family. They'll be feeding off not wanting to lose. Let's see who wants it more, lads, because that's what it's about now.
Jake Paul must be wondering in his mind at the moment. Yeah. I was meant to knock him out in the first round, and now we're going into the fourth.
Although he's up early.
Yeah.
He's up early. He's trying to get in the mind of Deji even now. Look, I'm fine. I'm fresh.
It's tall. Deji lands. A good hook. Good job again from Jake. Right hook. Again, he's following up. Deji is in trouble here. He needs to move off. He needs to circle out.
Deji seems to be having some sort of trouble with his head guard
Right
at the
hook.
moment.
Deji is getting clobbered now. He needs to make sure he gets those hands up and circle away.
Right.
Oh, and it's an overhand right from Jake. He's got him in the corner. Body shot, swinging. Deji's still going though.
He's still going, but
there's not much behind the punches,
I know,
is
he
there?
looks like he's very almost sluggish as he moves around the ring.
The energy is sapped from
yeah,
those
100%.
muscles. And it's a left hook from Jake, followed up with a jab. And it's a body shot. He's got Deji in the body. He's going to the body. He's trying to will him down. Right hook. Deji's taking a lot of punishment here. The referee looking to step in, but Deji answers with an uppercut. And they are separated. Credit to Deji, he is still. Deji tries to adjust his head guard.
Does he secretly want a breather though? I feel that that's what it might be more than anything. Jake going to getting some tactics from his corner.
Keemstar just Jake comes straight ahead with a left hook, straight in Deji's face, body shots. Deji answers with a left hook of his own.
Sits down. I don't know, mate.
Can we get a couple of words from
Keemstar?
Oh my God, this is amazing. Deji is on fire. He is shocking the world. That upper.
I mean, he will be slightly in shock at this point, won't he, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, when you've built it up in your head that your opponent's going to be one way and they're not like that, it can't do anything but throw you off at least a bit. Jake does still seem like he's using his tactics, using his boxing. He's not just fully swinging at nothing, which they
the side. It's interesting to see the reaction as well of the crowd, isn't it, at this point? Because everyone is reacting so well to the way that Deji has led this fight.
I kind of feel sorry for and he's certainly trying.
Just about getting through it at this point for both.
Oh, a good left hook from Deji. He's trying to pin him into that corner and just dish out the damage.
Seems to have worked quite well so far.
Yeah. Deji not really circling out.
No.
And
in defeat, which 100% respect.
You hear the voice of Keemstar in the background there, just yelling uppercut.
Jake Paul swung with bad intentions and he lands. Referee's going to step in for us. The towel has been thrown in.
The towel.
The towel has been thrown in by Deji's corner, and Jake Paul is your winner.
Right, it's what they got to do at the end of the day. Deji didn't give up. Deji didn't stop fighting. Can't help but respect it, but you know, Jake was winning the fight.
Well, see True Geordie stepping into the ring now. Joe, that was pretty brutal to watch, wasn't it?
Unreal. I mean, obviously, it felt like from the opening bell, Jake Paul's face was busted up, but didn't stop him. He picked Deji apart, didn't phase him too much being busted open, but the deserved winner, you've got to give it to him.
Absolutely incredible, yeah. For the fighters, I'd imagine. Who will we hear from first? Probably Deji. More and more people getting into the ring.
Cracking action.
Oh, yeah.
And we've still got another one to go.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Honestly.
This stream has been epic. Ups and downs along the way. Different personal moments for me.
Can't help but take your hat off.
It's
You know
incredible,
what I mean?
isn't it? Michael Buffer stands. Called out.
100%. You see, obviously, Deji's team consoling him. How is this going to affect him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Going forward, you just got to hope that he can, if anything, learn and grow from this. So yeah, it's all about how he deals with it now. If he's humble and honest and open with the fact that he's lost, then it's great. And that's what we like to see, a handshake from the boys.
distance. That hate seems to have dissipated at this point.
Yeah.
But the two brothers sitting behind the scenes, I wonder.
Of the corner of Deji has to call a halt to the bout. The official time is 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 5. The winner by a round of applause for Deji. He gave
their hands for the boys.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Jake. I'm here with your winner, Jake Paul. Jake.
I feel amazing, man. I worked so hard for this. Deji fought an amazing fight. I respect him. That I can overcome adversity, no matter how hard situations are. I wanted to give up. And tonight, I'm gonna celebrate this win, but I'm also excited to announce that I'm launching a clothing line called RNBO.
Classic. Classic. As if.
Rise and be original. That's my saying, guys. You gotta rise every single day. Fight like a champion, be original. Go to shop rnbo.com right now. There's only 500 shirts, so go fast.
You've obviously had a lot of help.
Team, first of all, I want to thank my coach Milton. He put so much time, effort, and energy into this. He's amazing. I'm so excited that we I want to thank my family for being an amazing support system. My mom and dad, people can say whatever they want about you guys, but you guys are amazing parents. She sacrificed so much for this. It's a lot of time that went into this. My boy Adon, we've been training for 3 years now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Jake Paul. Deji, who's got the respect of everyone in this arena.
I just want to say, I know I let a lot of people you down, and I'm sorry. But I promise I'll make it up to all of you. All of you, I'm so sorry. But until round 5. And I want you all to remember that. I know a lot of you are saying, I know you're probably tweeting me now saying, you did bad, you suck, all of that. I want a rematch. I don't care. I'll fight anyone. I need to prove myself that this isn't the end of me. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get True Geordie to sit down here, but he's talking to Michael Buffer of all people.
I mean, if Michael Buffer talks to you, you don't go, yeah, in a minute, Michael. You go, yeah, absolutely, Michael. Let's chat. Your voice is velvet. You know what I mean? Incredible work there. True Geordie.
And he's back.
You get back to the headset. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to step up into the ring there, and what the view's like, what you can take in.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know when these boys were going to, but Jake wanted to talk to everyone, didn't he? But I got to do my little catchphrase. You said you wanted to call someone out. To be honest with you, I'm a bit worried because the belt that we had for the next fight has gone missing, and I don't know.
Missing.
I don't know where it is.
Down there.
No,
it's under the table.
I don't know where it's gone. Like seriously.
Really?
So
We've lost the championship belt.
We've got another one because Logan was so sure that he was going to win. He had one personally made for himself, so maybe we'll end up using Logan's.
Maybe it's that one. Maybe it's that one. We're going to see the reaction from the side of the ring now with Julia, and then we'll be back to us in just a few moments.
Right, we are back ringside after our first of the really big matches. Wow, the energy in the room was spectacular. I think coming into that, I think they were both kind of surprised as to what was happening. Right off the bat, you know, I thought Deji was going to go for it, but then Jake seemed to sort of get really thrown by getting hit and have really sad eyes, you know, really sad eyes for most of it, but then pulled it back.
Yeah, do you know what happened? I think that we were talking about this earlier on in the show. Jake Paul's come over here, he's come to the Lions then, 18,000 people,
booing.
And he's come out after the first round. He was totally gone. He had nothing left. The adrenaline took over, and no matter how hard you train, he had nothing left.
Yeah.
Deji took the fight to him, fair play to him. Then Jake Paul got his second wind. He started taking over, got back into his boxing, worked behind the jab, systematically and slowly broke Deji down. And Deji showed some heart there. Last 2 rounds,
unbelievable. You called it, you hit it right on the head, champ. You know, Jake established his jab. He stayed with it. He was poking him downstairs with the jab. He tried to overhand right a couple times. You can see that he was technically more sound, but Deji showed so much heart. It was unreal.
I mean, it's just.
I didn't know when
it's
these
funny
boys
because
were
with boxing, like, you think it's all going to kind of go one way, and I thought, like, you know, I wasn't too sure how
to do my little
sort of play out, but then he just brought it right back. It's quite amazing. How do you switch that around?
To be honest,
do you know what it is? That's the beauty about the sport that we're in. You never quite know exactly what's going to go. Oh, and you go through all those layers. 1 minute you think, like after round 1, I thought, wow, Jake's done.
All it takes is 1 punch,
He's got nothing
turn it
left.
around. 1 body shot, 1 head shot, change everything.
Logan was so
turned it around and then he slowly got into a rhythm. Deji showed a lot of heart, courage, soul, determination. We've seen that right through the card tonight. Doesn't matter at whatever level. I mean, these guys give it everything. They put everything on the line, and that's all you can ask. I mean, that was a great performance. I'd love to see that again.
Yeah, I was very impressed, but you know what really impressed me?
We are back ringside
the fact that,
after our
you know,
first of the
Jake
really
Paul called out
big
Chris
matches.
Brown.
I mean, wow.
He called out Chris Brown.
He also took the opportunity to promote his clothing line as well, which they were both kind of surprised as to what was happening. But there you go. But that off the bat, you know, I thought Chris Brown.
I would love to see that fight. Chris Brown, if you're out there looking at this, champ, let's go, champ.
Now, really sad eyes, really sad eyes for the rest of it. Then pulled it back.
Yeah, do you know what happened? We were talking about this earlier on in the show. Jake Paul's come over here. He's come to the line.
Do you remember? There's a very old
18,000 people, and he's come out after the first round. He was totally gone. He had nothing left. The adrenaline took over. And no matter how hard you train,
now, here we are.
Here we are.
Deji took the fight to him, fair play to him. Then Jake Paul got his second win.
Being from America, I like to see Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. I like to see that. Let's go, champ.
Can we get Donald Trump on the next one? Can we get Donald?
2 rounds.
Unbelievable. You called it, you hit it right on the head,
Stu,
champ.
can we get Donald Trump? He'll have a word. That'd be really funny. I mean, Jake, like right at the start,
with it. He was
he's
poking him
a very
downstairs with the
confident
jab.
man, like this chap right here. Very confident man. You know, he said he was going to do it in the first round. I didn't think that was that likely because
showed so much heart. It was
you don't
unreal.
even know. I mean, what you're walking into. How can you? It's funny.
But you know what it is? I think these kids train so hard. They've been training hard for 3 or 4 months. There's a lot on the line for these guys. Social media, you know, and everything surrounding it. So they don't want to lose. You know what it is? That's the beauty about the sport. We saw that here. You never quite know. I think that's what's going to go for both guys. You go through all those layers on the line. 1 minute you think, like after round 1 of the fight, Jake's done.
All it takes is 1 punch, turn it around. 1 body shot, 1 head shot, change everything.
The toughest fights you've
Turn it
ever
around
had.
and he slowly
I'd have
got
to say,
into a
Jordan.
rhythm. Deji showed a lot of heart, courage, soul, determination. We've seen that right through the card tonight. Doesn't matter at whatever level. I mean, these guys give it everything. They put everything on the line, and that's all you can ask. I mean, that was a great performance. Turn it around and
I'd have to say, Jordan, you know what really impressed me? Coach Foreman was one of them. Francois Bolt, Jake Paul called out Chris Brown, Ray Mercer. The list goes on. Chris Brown. The list goes on.
Give it everything.
It's an art. It's an art. It's an art form. I'd love to see that fight. Chris Brown, if you're out there looking at this, champ, let's go, champ.
That's all 20% physical. We all train.
The
way the show's gone. Yeah, do you know what happened? I think you can ask. We were talking about this earlier on in the show.
I'd have to say, Jordan, you know what really impressed me? Coach Foreman was one of them. Francois Bolt.
And he's come out after the first round. He was totally gone. He had nothing left. The adrenaline
Jake Paul called out Chris Brown, Ray Mercer. The list goes on.
Here we are.
The list goes on.
Give it everything.
It's an art. It's an art. It's an art form. I'd love to see that fight. Chris Brown, if you're out there looking at this, champ, let's go, champ.
That's all 20% physical. We all train.
The
way the show's gone. Yeah, do you know what happened? I think you can ask. We were talking about this earlier on in the show.
yourself as anyone that stands in front of you right now, I am destroying them, right? And it just so happens to be this opponent. I don't care who he is, I'm just going to destroy him, right? In amongst that, obviously the news that
how would the brother defeat that thing?
That's what I'll say.
Minds?
The news of that, the previous fight is obviously going to filter through. Will that impact them? Deji, is JJ going to get affected by that? Honestly, I think JJ mentally prepared for Deji to maybe already lose. I think he's accepted that.
He said that on the podcast.
Yeah, he said that way in advance. I think it's not going to be a shock, as bad as that sounds. So I don't think it's going to affect him. In terms of Logan, it's going to do nothing. I mean, surely, but hype him up. Feel like this is our night. It's meant to be. And here we have him.
There's the nightmare. KSI. He's wearing the Union Jack.
Breathing strong. Looking good as well.
Yeah.
Great shape.
No, he doesn't look phased one bit though, does he? It's JJ, mate.
There's one man who's been around all night.
Never
one man
stressed.
in the background of all the successful fighters.
Yeah. Vidal is looking at a clean sweep if he wins this one.
Yeah. And, I mean, frankly, Vidal's training alone will take you up 4, 5, 6, maybe even 10 levels.
Yeah, that does. I said to Joe, if KSI had had a different trainer and Joe had Vidal, that is the kind of difference that maybe Joe could have came away with a win last time. That is the difference that Vidal makes to you.
Well, it's interesting.
I do think that, like, obviously, you see the way that every single fighter that is coached by Vidal, the way they've performed, the way they've been regimented, you know, they look like a different breed to their opponent.
Do you know what he said
you know
to
what I
you?
mean? What's that?
As he walked away after a Nissan Gib?
What did he say?
He said, "See you later, Joe."
Oh, and I was going to ask him to be my coach. Would he do that? Train me instead?
I think that's what they call a conflict
This is why I'm leaning to going against Deji instead, because Deji's not coached by Vidal.
Now, the flip side of that is obviously that we've
He's picking
seen
fights with everyone tonight, Joe.
So this is it. True, Johnny. Me and you in the ring.
No, honestly, though, we've seen one guy now who's also been coached by Jake Paul. Sorry, Jake Paul's been coached.
Wilson Supreme. Wilton Supreme. Sorry, I think they're called. And he coached Golden Gloves champions. He coached Shannon Briggs. This is what he does. Like Logan said to me in the podcast, he's known for making a fighter in 3 months.
Exactly.
That is his thing. Which obviously sort of laughed at the time. We're like, well, it's a good job. You've got 3 months then, isn't it? And I said, you know, the main thing that JJ is basing his being better than Logan on is that he cannot catch me up in boxing skill. And I said to Logan, do you think you've got the time for that? Logan said, I've had more than enough time to literally bury him. To be honest, I think this is just going to be a real close fight.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm leaning towards JJ in terms of boxing skill, but I can't say that for definite because I've seen 10 seconds of Logan. If I'd even had a minute of Logan, I'd have a more educated guess.
Do you think we can take anything from what we saw Jake doing out in the ring? Or no? In the same way we can't take anything
I
from
thought Jake
what Deji
looked pretty good at times. I just think that not as good as I maybe anticipated.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
As an athlete, more than that. I thought Jake's boxing technique looked decent.
Yeah.
But I thought he'd have more of a physical advantage over Deji from the way, and I thought maybe the gas tank will be there. Maybe he'll have more power. But actually, he wasn't as fit as I'd anticipated him being.
Absolutely.
Really.
People around the world watching right now, welcome you from everywhere. The streams are going out globally. I think there's not a country that this stream isn't touching right now, so welcome. It's good to have you. You've reached the main event. You made it here. You might be out of popcorn. You might be out of Doritos, nachos, something like that.
Pizza.
Grab whatever you've got around the house.
It's time.
It's time.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this.
These two guys head to head. By the way, Logan is coming towards the ring walk now, so he's moved
minimal
out.
difference. But one thing that is different, I would say, is that 4-inch reach advantage for Logan.
Absolutely incredible.
But the thing is, when they haven't been boxing long enough to make that kind of advantage pay, I don't know how much of a difference it'll make.
I mean, this is the thing, though. I feel like in mine and JJ's fight, him having that big reach over me really helped him out because his whole game plan was about keeping me away with that jab. And now that Logan's arms, they're longer than JJ.
And to be honest,
is he going to be able to
when
implement
I met
that?
Logan, the one thing I did think was like, Jesus, his arms are big. For a guy who isn't that heavy, he's a well-built kid. Like, he's
incredible.
When you look at MMA fighters, people who are huge for that weight class, like a Chris Weidman or as a middleweight, literally Logan Paul is built like that. Like, he's huge for that weight category.
However, like we've seen throughout all the other fights, appearance
can be deceiving.
It just can. It just can.
A beautiful person can go down in the ring.
There we go. I mean, like, the thing is, yeah, the skill, that's the thing that well, it's the biggest thing for me. That experience that JJ has, not just in boxing, but in being coached by Vidal Riley.
Yeah.
And not only that, whenever JJ told me, he's like, I performed the crowds who booed me, who hated me, I didn't get affected. Last time, he was being booed. This time, he's going to be cheered. So there isn't even that for JJ to worry about. I just feel like Logan's going to have to do a hell of a lot to take that confidence away from JJ. And it might mean that in the first round, he's got to go and hit him hard to get that respect.
Do you think we're going to see another side of KSI tonight? Because with all due respect to Joe, he didn't have to dig as deep as maybe we would have wanted him to in order to get through that.
Honestly, I do think so. I mean, obviously, let's face it, I didn't really test JJ to the maximum. Logan,
you hit him a few times, though. Can I ask, when you hit him, what was the reaction you seen?
His eyes did this. The little taps I got on him, they weren't anything special, but when I did get him, I did see a little bit of panic, but, you know, nothing that we can really grasp much from him, in my opinion.
We're 20 seconds away from Logan, the first of the ring walks being announced here. This is absolutely huge. Welcome to the biggest event in YouTube history.
Mate.
Yeah. Let's have it, boys.
This is crazy.
Unreal.
True Geordie, Joe Weller, Lawrence McKenna, you're about to see a huge fight between KSI and Logan Paul.
Here we go.
When people are tweeting at you, you can't do shit about it. You have to accept the fact that people hate you. When 20,000 people are booing me, I can do something about it.
Stick it on them, pull it up and get wicked on them. Everybody acting like they're on it, they don't really want it, I'm steal it from them. Stick it on them, pull it up and get wicked on them. Everybody acting like they're on it, but they don't really want it, we got that lethal. Got that lethal. We got that. Watch us. Got that sequel. They say yes, watch this, we don't believe. We got that lethal weapon. Careful how you speak, we'll be coming down in seconds. Lethal weapon, coming down in seconds. They don't really want it with the new speed.
Round 2 is a bit of a show, and then round 3 is the knockout. That's what.
Manchester, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Now coming to the ring from the United States, it's Logan, the Maverick Paul!
the look, isn't it? This is suddenly very different inside the arena. Logan with his name emblazoned across the back. We hear it's going to be a couple of minutes until KSI enters the ring. So Logan's got quite the weight in there. What do you make of him?
Just had Logan's dad come up to me and thank me for the interview, which was nice of him.
It's,
wow. Interesting. One of the socks is longer than the other for Logan. Is that do with an injury or something?
Rough. What is it? Yeah.
I did hear he had a knee injury a while back.
He is built like a brick, though, isn't he?
Oh, he's a big
Yeah.
boy, that's for damn sure.
As one of his trainers fixes his hair,
His physical structure, his skeletal structure is just bigger than JJ. He's just, his wrists, his arms, everything about him is just bigger.
And he's worked around that, hasn't he? He's made that even bigger than it was.
I mean, but can he make it work?
He looks like an athlete, lads. He looks like a born athlete.
Absolutely.
You don't see lads like Logan Paul kicking around, do you know what I mean?
We hear that JJ is close to his ring walk now. Always one to make a late entrance.
Making his opponent mind games. He never stops.
Those thoughts tick around, tick, 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 tick. What music will he enter to?
It's got to be his diss track, surely.
Let's see. He's got so many tracks to pick from.
Yeah. On Point is a tune.
It is, yeah.
Logan looking very focused, that's what I would say. There's no messing.
It's funny when you see the international flags, isn't it? Suddenly you realise there's whole sets of people behind each of these two huge YouTubers. Both of them representing very different sides to the UK and the US.
Here comes KSI.
I talk the talk, and I walk the walk, motherfucker. No looking back, focused on taking control of the map. Forever we rise and control of the cap. Rolling and you hear the roses we stamp. Marching in numbers from oldest to youngest. These moments are golden, we hold them on brothers. Come and we go, we got soldiers among us. The fastest, the hardest, the boldest, the strongest. Legacy, we're building legacy. We got no empathy for the enemy. We got elements, we got remedies. We're like elephants with our memories. Never back down, better back up. Get our backs down, we get back up and get back round. You get back up, go against us, that's your bad luck. August 25th, mark my words, that motherfucker is going down. I don't play in this bitch. I don't play. What you learn?
Oh yeah, I'm going to knock him out. Really? Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah. He's getting knocked out.
It's ring walk time for KSI.
And now, making his entrance to the ring,
Here comes the Nightmare KSI.
Everything is on point. Clubs are looking Gucci. Shopping's all I want until it suits me. Everything is on point. about to get it. 1 to 10, the only numbers in the medic. Boy, you about to get it. Beat your mind and aggravation, not for Reddit. Boy, you about to get it. Cost you all the time to people empathetic. Boy, you about to get it. Bloody full of hand, the boss and end the killer nigga. Always hitting with the shot I'm picking. Make it missing like a fellow cricket. Team is switching, now you're twitching. Storming in to break the place from in your kitchen. Cause you're getting married to the letter.
Almost for the third time. Is it 3 in a row for the down? ASI enters the ring.
The belt enters with him. Wow.
This is it. All the hype, all the beef, down to this moment, boys and girls.
The entirety of the UK was waiting for this moment.
Yep.